up, guys? Phoenix here, and today we're starting part 1 of our Connie from Steven Universe pixel art. So, I think I did the time lapse of the tutorial like a good week and a half ago or 2 weeks, and I figured let me just jump into this one. I wanted to do this one all in one part, but I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to do 2 parts split up. So I'm sorry for you guys. I told you I was gonna start doing smaller ones. So after this one, I'm gonna have a couple of smaller ones coming out hopefully, and also some of the sister location stuff coming out. Should be out in the next 2 days because the game comes out then. But anyways, what we're going to first do is get it a little bit off the ground. So I suggest putting it about 1, 2, 3, or 4 off the ground, 4 to 5 off the ground. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put 5 flat. Now for this space size, if you guys are doing it flat on Pocket Edition, or if you're just doing it on any console, make sure you have about 150 to 150 space. You can guys make it even, if you want to be careful, just go up to even 175 by 175 for a room. But just make sure you have a lot of space because it does take up a fair amount of space, but it's not too big. Anyways, once you have the 5 flat, we're going to go up and to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the final block on that 4 flat, we're going to put a placement block to the left, so we can go up and to the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're working on the shoe right now if you're wondering what we're building. So with the shoe, we're going to have to kind of round it out on both sides. So it's kind of circular, but at the same time, it's not because it's a foot. So from the top block in the 5, we're going to put a placement block there. And on the 3rd block, we're going to put a placement block there. So the good thing about having 5 is the 3rd block is the middle, depending on either side you count from. 1, 2, 3 is the middle, or 1, 2, 3 is the middle. So we're going to put 2 to the right of the middle block. And we're going to up and to the right 2 single from the top block. 1, 2. From there, we're going to up and to the right 2 flat. And then we're going to switch over to our white wool because this is where the shoelaces start. So instead of just marking it, we can just do the shoelaces from now. So what we're going to do is on the top block, second block, sorry, we're going to go on top of it and put 1 white wool. We're then going to go up and to the right 4 flat from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can switch back to our black wool now. Very easy, just to shape it out. From the 4 flat, we're going to go to the final block, put a placement block on the right side, and go up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the right 12 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is the leg that's attached to the shoe. So it's very easy to do the leg, it's just a couple of straight strands. But we're going to have to come back down with it and do the other half of the shoe. Or we can just bring it up right now, which I think I'll do. So let's go back down to the bottom where we have the 5 flat. And we're going to up and to the right 3 flat from it on the right side. 1, 2, 3. From the final block in that 3, we're just going to put 1 on top of it. So it creates this sideways L shape, but also has 2 vertical on the side, as you can see. From there, we're going to split into 2 sections. One section is going to go up, and the other section is going to meet up with that over there. So we're going to up and to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down and to the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And to finish it up, we're going to up and to the left 4 flat. Oops, fell. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So it should meet at the diagonal, which is the lower part of the shoe. Right down here is going to be white wool if you want to fill it in. And above it, it's going to be orange later, but we're not doing that yet. So going back to this original section right here, where we went up and to the left from, we're going to go to the right side now and go up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're almost ready to start doing the strands, kind of like what we have over there. So first what we're going to do is go up and to the right 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's go back and clean up some of these dirt blocks that are just lying around. And we do have some area right here which we need to fill in with the shoe. So I think we'll jump into that right now. So first, above the 4 vertical, what we're going to do is put 1 black wool above it. And then put 3 to the left of that. 1, 2, 3. So it kind of matches up with the first block in the 8 vertical, as you can see. We're then going to go up and to the left, 2 flat. And let's see, do we want to do 2 flat? Actually, let's delete that and go up one more. So we put 1 above the 4 vertical. Let's put another 1 above it, so 2 above it. So it's on the second block in the 8 vertical, as you can see. Make sure you fix that, guys. We're then going to put 3 to the left then. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to up and to the left 2 flat, which should line us up with this block right here. So make sure yours looks like this. The first row is lined up with the 4 white wool, and the second row is lined up with the first block and the 6 vertical. Now from there, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 4th block. So find the 4th block in the 6 vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm at 4th block from the bottom, just in case if you guys were a little bit confused. And we're just going to add about 6 blocks to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should close off the shape so that we have like the ankle cut off. So this is where the sock is going to be. This is her shoe. And then this is the leg. So we're just creating separation so that way it's easier to color it later. And also know where we have separation and stuff. And I'm just going to keep shifting the cameraman as we go because I don't know how much space the pixel is going to take up. But as I see like the leg is taking a little bit more space, I'm going to move it around. So let's move on up the leg now. We've got pretty much everything done with our left foot, so we just need to do the leg. So on the left side, we're going to continue going up and to the right, 7 vertical. Up and to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And since we're continually going up and to the right, just make sure you put a placement block on the right side each time. It makes it a lot easier to go through. Up and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Missed this block for you people with OCD, just so you guys don't freak out. Up and to the right, 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like a couple people, if I miss a block, they say it bothers them. And sometimes it bothers me, but when I'm doing a tutorial, I don't focus on it too much. But I know if I'm watching a video, I'd probably look at it and be like, please delete that block. So I'll make sure I delete all of them. There's no more dirt blocks left. Anyways, from that 9 vertical, we're going to up and to the left 1 single. And that's where we're going to split off from her leg into her hand. So this would split off into her hand, but we're still doing the leg. So we're going to go back down to the right side before we come over here. So dropping down to the right side where we have, well, how much is this again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we left off at 7. We're going to go up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and to the right, 6 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So delete that, and we delete that. So the leg is looking pretty good. So we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single, and start the next leg. And it kind of branches into her shorts. So from this single, we're going to put 2 on top of it. So it becomes 3 in length. And from the 2 top blocks, we're going to do a couple things. On this first block, the middle one, we're going to put 2 to the right. And on the top one, we're going to put 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. And this kind of creates the bridge in her thigh or whatever for her gap, and so that way we can start the second leg. And also on the top block right here, we're going to up and to the left 2 flat in case we want to continue the shorts and connect it to the left side of the leg. But we're not going to connect it yet. Instead, we're going to keep on with the right side and continue with the next leg. So from where we have the 3 going to the right here on the top, we're going to up and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 vertical. From the bottom block in the 2 vertical, we're going to put an extra 2 to the right, so it becomes 3 in length, as you can see. 1, 2, 3. These aren't connected at the diagonal, these are connected directly. And now we can bring this down and start the next leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to split into 2 directions. First, we're going to go down into the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where we're going to start the left part of the next leg. But you can use this to bridge over to the right part of it too. So what we're going to do is after these 3 flats right here, we're going to add an extra 2 to the right. 1, 2. Then we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 1 single. And from that 1 single, we're going to split into 2 directions. One continues to go to the right, so we're going to put 2 to the right. And the other goes kind of down. So instead of going down to the right, we just go to the middle block right here and just add below it 3 going down. 1, 2, 3. So now we have both the legs starting, both sides of the leg starting. So this is the right part right side of the right leg, and this is the left side of the left leg. So we can bring this down and continue her shoes. So let's continue with the left side since we started that first. So we're going to go down and to the right from here. 13 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. And we're going to continue going down and to the right. So put your placement block underneath each time or on the right side. Either side doesn't matter. It helps. So down to the right, 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the right, 3 vertical. Down to right, 4 vertical again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're almost at the shoe. Actually, no, we are at the shoe now. So let me delete these dirt blocks. We're going to be going down and to the right, 10 vertical. And then we'll curve it out to finish the shoe. So down to the right, 10 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is why I said for you guys to have it elevated. As you can see, this shoe is a little bit higher up than that shoe. Or if you can tell from the thumbnail, it's kind of uneven. So imagine I started with this side of the leg. Then when we got over here, if you started right on the ground, you might realize that the leg is going to go into the ground. So that's why I told you to raise it off the ground, maybe 5 or 6 blocks. And you shouldn't have a problem. Anyways, from that 10 vertical, we're going to go to the final block and put 1 to the right. We're then going to go down and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down and to the right, 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we can curve up from the final block in that 11 by going on top of it and put 3 going straight up. 1, 2, 3. Now we can also start some of the lines that we had like in the other shoe. So what I'm going to do is on the 4 we have right here, we're going to go to the 3rd block in it and put an extra 5 going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can continue that later, but I'm going to continue the shoe shape. And I'll just show you the different parts, like where we have the ankle, the sock, and also the top part of the sock. I'll just start them, but we're not going to finish them yet. Anyways, from the 4 vertical, we're going to go up and to the left. 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to left, 1 single. Up and to left, 2 flat. So you have this shape. It's kind of rounding out the shoe. Up and to left, 1 single. And now here's where we have the shoelaces. So we're going to go back to our white wool and go up and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And directly connected to those 4 flat white wools, we're just going to put 3 black to the left. 1, 2, 3. So these aren't at the diagonal, they're directly connected. And now we can start up and into the other leg. So we're going to up and to the left, 2 flat. Whoops, there we go. And from that 2 flat, the 2nd block, we can do 2 things from the bottom of it and the top of it. So on bottom, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Then down to the left, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that blocks off the shoe. But from back to that same block that we went down from, we're going to go above it now and put 2 on top. And that's going to continue the ankle and also where the sock is going to be. So on the top block in that 2, we're just going to add about 6 to the left of it until it touches the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which it did. Perfect. So that's where the sock is going to be now. Then we're going to continue on this 2 vertical right here. We're going to go up and to the left from it, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you guys need a little bit of an image to see how it looks, just take your time, pause it, make sure yours looks exactly like this before you continue. As you can see, we set the 4 vertical about 1 inward. And if you're a little bit off, I'm pretty sure you should be okay. But if yours doesn't look anything like this, you might want to rewind just a little bit and make sure you caught up, because it wasn't that hard to do and it gets a little bit more complex later. So from here, we're going to up and to left, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, we're at the left and going up now. So your placement block placement has switched to this side or the top of it. So we're going to up and to the left, 6 vertical, 2 times in a row now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your placement block at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're almost up into the thigh. So what we're going to do is go up and to the left, 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to finish it, we're going to go up and to the left, 6 vertical, and it should touch up there at the diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it did. So now we have both our legs complete and it's looking good. I know a lot of you Steven Universe fans love Connie, so I'm happy to finally bring this to you guys. Sorry if it took a little too long. Now going back to the bottom of the shoe, we're going to go up and to the left. From where we have this flat right here that touches nothing, 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to close out the shoe, we're going to up and to the left 4 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now for those of you who don't even need me half the time to do the pixel art, you guys already know that you can just look at the thumbnails to color the stuff in. But we will go over the colors later if you just bear with me. Probably not in this part because it's going to be a 2-parter, I'm pretty sure. But we will go over that stuff. Anyways, going back up to the shorts. We have the 2 flat right here that's not connected to anything. And we also have the 1 single on the left side that's not connected to anything. So let's kind of try to meet those up. So what I'm going to do is from the 2 flat, we're going to up and to the left 3 flat. So put your placement block on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 2 flat again. Then from that 2 flat, we can just go down and to the left from it and kind of connect these blocks. So you can go down to the left and just put 3 going down, and it should connect to where we have the single waiting. Now there is a whole bunch of black space that's above here that's not being covered yet, but we'll get to it when we get to it. That's a lot of inner detail stuff. I just realized that this pixel art is pretty hefty, so hopefully we're able to do it in 2 parts, depending on how I'm able to handle this. So we're going to go to the single now, and remember I told you the single branches off into her hand. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to the left from it, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to left 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to curve back up, so up and to the left 2 flat. Up and to the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 2 flat again. And you should have this U shape that consists of 3, 7, 2, 3, 2. And now let me show you where the hand comes into play. So from the 3 all the way on the left side over here, we're going to split the hand in the book up by going to the first block into 3, so this one right here. And we're going to put 9 on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're then going to go up into the right 2 vertical. And that's the left part of our hand. Now, going back down to where we have the 3 flat right here, we're going to go to the 2 flat next and put 1 to the right of it, like so. And 1 on top of the first block in it. And this is just to thicken the hand up. Now going to the 7 flat right here, we're going to go to the 4th block, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put 1 on top of it. Then we're going to go to the final block into 7, and we're going to put 1 on top of it as well, and then go up and to the left 1 single. So these are the little knuckles in her hand, but it's kind of hard to tell until we get more detail in. Anyways, going back to where we have the single now, right here, or the first block in your 3 vertical, or I mean your 3 flat, doesn't really matter. I prefer to work with the single though. We're going to put 1 to the left of the single, 1 on top of that, another on top of that, so it looks like this. You have this 2 gaps to the right of it. And from there, this top block right here, we're going to put 2 to the left, and then 1 going up. So this is very confusing. I might just redo it again. Let me just redo it and show you it. Instead of working with the single this time, we're going to work with the first block in the 3 flat we have right here. So in the first block in the 3 flat, all we did was put 2 going up from it, or 3. Let's put 3 going up. 1, 2, 3. Then on the top block, we put 2 going to the left. 1, 2. And on that final block, we put 1 going up. Like so. Now what you can actually do is from this little gap we have here, you see we have these 2 spaces. You can fill those in with black. They don't have anything in them. And add an extra 2 to the top of that. So we had this empty chunk right here, and we just put 4 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't make it much simpler than that, so hopefully you guys are able to get that. Now from that 4 vertical we just put, we're going to up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. up and to left 1 single, up and to left 2 flat again, and on the left block and the 2 flat, we're just gonna put 1 on top of it. And now it looks kind of like a hand. Hopefully it looks like a hand to you guys. I don't want anybody telling me it don't look like a hand, because it looks like a hand. So we can start the bracelet on our hand, we can start the book she's holding, we can also bring up the shorts a little bit. So we're gonna do all of that. So we're not gonna do plenty of the inner detail, we're just gonna continue the frame for now. So what I want you to do is on the left side, where we have the 2 flat right here, we're gonna go up and to the left 5 vertical next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the book she's holding in her hand. So we're just shaping it out right now. We're then gonna go up and to left 2 flat. And from the left block into 2 flat, we're gonna put 7 on top of it, so it becomes 8 in length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From there, on the top block, we're gonna put 1 to the right. We're then gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat. And this 2 flat is very important. First, on the left block, we're gonna put 1 above it. And then up and to left 1 single. So we have this. Then below that first block, we're gonna just drag it down. Whoops, my cameraman died. Hold on. But from the bottom of it, we're just gonna drag it down until we meet up with right here. So there we go. So there should only be this 1 thick line for the bookmark in the book, but it should eventually meet up with what we had waiting down here with nothing connected to it. And that's it for the left block. From the right block, we're gonna put 6 on top of it. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me make sure I counted that correctly, because sometimes I trick myself with my own blueprints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. All right. From there, we're gonna up and to the right, 1 single. So let's shape out the book. Books are rectangular. Up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3. Then from the third block in that 3 flat, we're gonna put 1 to the right and 8 below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you're wondering why this isn't touching the wrist, it's because there's a bracelet on her arm, and that's where the bracelet starts, that little 3 gap that we have waiting here right now. And we have the right side of the arm with the same deal. They both have the thing waiting for it. I can't say bracelet. I can't speak English. I'm sorry. So for the bracelet, what I want to do is I think we're going to use pink wool and surround it with orange, so that way we just have the detail a little bit easier. So break out the pink wool right now, guys, and we're going to break out the orange as well, and we'll just start the bracelet so that way we have the gap kind of filled in. So from this extension that we just created, on the bottom of it, we're going to put 1 pink wool. And just before you start, make sure you have a 3 gap. See, there's a 3 gap. That means it's correct. Anyways, we're going to have 1 pink right there. We're then going to go down and to the left from it, 2 single pinks. So we're going to outline everything with pink, and then once everything is outlined, we're going to just color the inside with orange. From there, we're going to down to the left, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom block's going to get 1 to the right. So it's like that. Now going up to the 2 vertical we have right here. We're going to go up and to the right from it, about 5 flat, I believe. So we're going to go up into the 5 flat on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the right, 2 singles, 1, 2. So the bracelet should look like this so far. From the 2 singles we just went down, the second one's gonna get 3 above it. 1, 2, 3. And what we're gonna do is take this original first block and just bring it to the right until we touch at the diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you can actually color in the inside. So everything that's on the inside, color it with orange. And that's it for the bracelet. So let's just color that in. We don't need the swiftness potion, I think, because I think it's pretty much covered. Anyways, that's where we're gonna stop for today. We're gonna jump into the other stuff later. I'm pretty sure this should have been 2, but I think it might be 3 parts because it's quite a big one. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. I'll probably get these all out before, I think, next week. I should finish them early. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.